Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cosmic Portal. Today, I want to give you our honest opinion of the movie Mickey 17. Now, this movie is a sci fi futuristic movie about a person who is expendable and keeps dying and coming back. And of course, this movie is the 17th version of that character. So, the premise of the movie is that they're on their way to another planet and they need to figure out any pitfalls or anything that's going on that could be hazardous to humans. And of course, Mickey is the person that has to go through all of the trials and tribulations before people can get out there. So I would say after watching it, because it stars Robert Patterson, of course the Batman. I would have to say watching it, I would give it a three, maybe 3.5 stars out of 5 stars. The story was somewhat interesting. The premise behind that he keeps dying and coming back, and each time he remembers because they keep his memories, so he remembers dying, and he has the memories of all of the things that have happened, and he just reprint them, and he's back doing stuff again the way he was doing it. The other part where the humans and the political parts of these people are here to populate a new planet, that part got a little ridiculous at time, but it was still somewhat fascinating. What is your thought on this movie?
I kind of agree. It just kind of remind me of, I don't want to be all history at it, but, people going to a place and, I want pretty much to own this piece of land, so to speak. And I am not going to ask who's already living there. I am not going to try to communicate with them. It's just that we're here now, we're here to stay, and I kind of want you to get out of my way. You know, that's kind of, I felt like the deeper meaning behind this movie. It's a little comic here and there, and, yes, it's a sci fi, but if you really, really watch it, I just feel that kind of deeper meaning. You have a relationship that he has with I'm not sure her name. She was in Star Wars.
Naomi Ackle.
And the relationship that they have from being the first Mickey to later on Mickey's, I think it's really, really nice. And just, you have the people of the planet, so to speak, wanting their planet and the newcomers coming in, and that's that communication bridge that needs to be explained, and it kind of isn't until towards the end of the movie. Oops, my bad. I kind of felt like they came, did something that wasn't supposed to be done. One race took it one way, the other race took it another way, and now they're kind of at not necessarily a battle, but a major misunderstanding of, hey, we don't maybe mind sharing a planet, but you kind of need to look at what you did. The good guys, the bad guys, the neutral people. You have somebody in the movie that wants to help. You have somebody in the movie which is, the president, or so to speak, the person who's controlling everything. you know um Earth is devastated, and humans are trying to explore themselves in other planets.
Yeah, I mean the actual time travel the trip from Earth to this planet took 4 years, in which, like we said, Mickey died at least 7 times in the trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the trip to this planet, and they would just test things out on him, like, oh, we want you to just go outside, stare at the sun, and see how long it takes for your body to die from radiation poisoning, and then we'll measure that, and then we're going to put you here. We're going to test this food source out on you, see if you die. Let's test out this new pain medication. We don't know if it's going to work. Well, this didn't work. Let's just shoot him in the head. You know, so that part was, it's a funny part, but then it's just weird that they really didn't care at all about the person. They were like, "Oh, we'll just reprint him out, and that's going to be it." Where he is a person, and of course, like I said, his girlfriend loved him every iteration that he came back. She was always there for him. So I thought that was a nice emotional thing about the movie. Um, when you look at some of Mickey's, though, it did seem like one version was completely different from another version, and they were the same the same person, just at a later point in life. So I don't understand that part. If you're just reprinting the same person, so that part took a little bit getting used to, because one was completely, I would just say, vicious over the other one, and the other one was just almost like he didn't have any intelligence about him. So that part you definitely have to think about when you watch this movie, and that's my reason for the lower rating. It was, how long do you think the movie was? I guess.
I think it was a little bit over 2 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes. It kind of reminded me of, you have twins, where one twin is acting one way, the other twin acts another way, but overall they kind of have the same heart, so I kind of think that a little bit about this movie. I do agree with Mark when he said, if this number died and, it takes about a day for him to, for them to make another one, what happened in that day shouldn't differentiate the difference between the two if it's only been 24 hours, but seeing him dying and seeing his pain was kind of sad, but of course, it ended up being a happy ending in the end.
Yeah, I agree. I would say if you have the opportunity to go see it, it is an interesting story. It'll keep you guessing for a little while, and I enjoyed it for what it was. Again, like I said, 3 out of 5 stars, for the certain,
Technical stuff.
yeah, the technical stuff, the science fiction, and the CGI was fantastic. Parts of the story just kind of dragged for me, but that would have been the only part I didn't like about it. But it is a interesting little 2 hours and something romp of a movie. Not something that I would not say don't go see. Definitely take the time to watch that movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sci-fi movie, and let's truly be honest. It's not really met all the time for it to be, hey, it makes sense. We are going to the movies to, get out of everyday life. So I have to admit, I did with this. I am kind of a technical girl. So there was just a few things when it doesn't make sense, but you don't always want it to make sense. I mean, if that was the case, then there's a lot of movies that I would have not have seen, and I have seen. I mean, this movie just came out over the weekend. I don't know if it's going to be a money maker. I don't think so. Maybe not go to the Dolby, in the evening to spend, whatever it costs it does to go to it in Adobe. But Tuesday at AMC, I think it's $5. I would say go for it.
Absolutely. Well, I think that's going to do it for this movie. Until next time, see you later.
Bye.